We're coming up to a year since we moved to Spain. We moved in October 2025 as a family of 4 with 2 children and 1 with additional needs. And our first summer has been incredible. Some things that I've learned along the way though. Firstly, make sure that you book your school place for summer camp early. We made the mistake of not doing that, and then there was no spaces left. So if you move in just before summer, make sure that you get that booked in. So as you may all know, the summer holidays are 12 weeks or just under in Spain. So you need to be organised. We are currently exploring in Calpe, and which is in the Costa Blanca, and it's beautiful. We've not been before. We've been to Benidorm, but not Calpe. And just to explain what we've had to do this summer in terms of the children. So they broke up around the second week of June. I think it was around the 14th, something like that. And luckily as it is, my husband works fully remote for a UK company. So they were able to stay at home, and we bought a paddling pool, quite a big one, and stuck that in the garden so that he could continue working whilst the kids played. We then took a couple of weeks off, and we split them up into 2 different times. So we went away in July as a family, and we went to the Costa Brava, and we spent a week up there viewing different areas and just generally exploring. And then this week we've had off, and we basically went back to the UK. We went to see family, and we've left the children with their grandparents for a couple of weeks so that we can come back and work for a couple of weeks. But whilst we are here, we're having a couple of days on our own just to explore different parts of Costa Blanca, because we're still not sure on where we want to settle. We're still renting, and we actually absolutely just love exploring different parts of the country. And in a couple of weeks' time, we'll fly back to the UK, and then we will pick them up and bring them back. And then my parents are flying out at the end of August to help out for a week before they start school. So this is how we've had to do it. And another thing I think for the future, just to bear in mind, is August is brutal in terms of the weather. It's so hot. I think in the future we might try and book a little bit more time off in August and just fly back to the UK to see family, just to get away from the extreme heat, or travel to the north of Spain, which a lot of Spanish people do that. They'll go to places like Bilbao or San Sebastian just to explore and to get away from the hot weather. They'll go to the north of Spain. So I think that's what we might look at doing in the future. How nice is that? That's Calpe in the background. So yeah, having gone to Manchester for a few days as one of our weeks that we've taken with the children, it was really good, because sometimes we miss family and friends a lot, and we think, oh, you know, we're here on our own, etc. But then, you know, when you think in reality that a lot of the time you don't see your friends for a long time because everybody's got their own families, and you know, they're busy doing things. And so now when we do come back to the UK, the quality of time that we spend with our friends is so much greater than it was before, because you know, we arrange things and everybody makes the effort to come and see us. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of talk about that, because it's something that I've always worried about, is missing family and friends, and the quality time that we spend with our family and friends when we're over outweighs how it used to be before. So as I mentioned before, we're in Calpe, just exploring a little bit, doing some drone footage and going back to the kids in school. So they're going to start on the 9th of September, and we've got our daughter's application has gone through for her Spanish school, but I don't have any information on how El Comedor works, which is the after school bit where they stay for lunch, and also how the bus service, they have explained it to me, but we don't have the exact times or anything. So what they have sent me, which works a little bit like in the UK, is like an app where they post communications on there, so just keep looking at that for the time being. And I know that the school is going to be open the week before they start, so I'm going to go in and speak to them just to make sure that I've got everything set up correctly. And that, so I just need to get clear on what time the bus picks my daughter up and drops her off in school. She's going to get the bus service because we're 3 kilometres away from the school. And also, I think Commodore, it looks like during June and September, they don't stay as long. So I just need to get my head around that. So I need to go into the school a week before they start just to make sure I understand what time she'll be getting dropped off, because I believe after September she will get dropped off around 5 o'clock, which is great because we both work full time. So there's just a few things to iron out. But as I say, they do have an app where they put communications, and on the app I've seen that they've posted both in Spanish and English, so if anyone's worried, they do seem to post in English as well. And also you can just use Google Translate if you don't understand Spanish. So if you have any questions, as I say, and you want to follow our journey, having moved to Spain with 2 children who are both 7 and 12 and one with special needs, follow for more insights. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and like the video, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.